And boom, we are all on the screen. So first off, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week. Congrats on getting to the top 8. But of course, we want to see you all get into that top 4. So I'm going to kick off tonight's question. And I had a little count, and there's only 3 decks tonight playing the One Ring. I believe it's Arya and Arne. You did this the easy way. You just won 2 pods. You got straight here. You've got selection of every single card in Modern. Where Kanister and Martin, they had to fight their way here, so they got a little bit, reduced in cards that they can play this week. How much of an advantage do you think that is going to give you, and why did you bring these decks this week? Starting with you, Arne, because you're that side of me.
Hey, thanks for having me back. We our opponents we couldn't really strategize about that. I didn't know if I was going to play Martin or Kanister, so I didn't know which cards I was going to face in that regard. But yeah, I went with Ruby Storm because I thought maybe many people will bring Boros Energy, and I think that's a good matchup for Ruby Storm. And I just thought I don't know, it's a proactive, powerful deck. There's maybe a little bit less hate than usual, and I'm excited to play some Storm today.
And if it gets you into that top 4, you've got access to the One Ring. I hear that card's pretty good at the minute. So it's interesting to see how everyone's kind of utilizing what cards they can use. So Martin, I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask you, why this deck and why this week, dude?
Yeah, I mean, as I said last time, I don't play 4-mana cards, so the One Ring was not really an option. And Hollow One looked good the week before, and why not run it back?
I think that's my favorite saying from the whole series so far, is that little interaction between me and you. You're I don't play 4-mana cards, dude. Just get out of it.
This is Modern. You can just win on turn 3. Why would you play 4-mana cards? Doesn't make any sense.
I love it. All right, Arya, talk to me. Obviously, you bought your favorite deck. It won you the title last time. Why are we firing that bullet off this week?
With Martin spoke about, you got to run 4-mana cards because this is a format where you can just win on turn 3, but I decided to have the best of both worlds, to just a 4-mana card in a deck that also let me win on turn 3 pretty frequently. I saw that, of the players who made it through the last transpod, a bunch of people had already registered Forcer Figure, so even though I didn't know who I was playing against, I think there was a pretty low chance of my playing against that, and that's the main thing I'm worried about with Amulet, so felt like a pretty good week to bring it. Also, I mean, it's my favorite deck, or one of my favorites, at least in Modern. Last season, I kind of ran the Aftermath Amulet, Aftermath Analyst, Pot of Carfel combo version before it was cool, so to speak. And now it seems like that's the default thing to do with the deck. We got new tools with Shifting Woodlands. And so, I mean, if I would play the deck before when it didn't have all these new tools, I'm obviously gonna run it back again. I'll admit whether or not I played the One Ring wasn't a huge consideration to me. There's a bunch of decks that were just good, but I don't think it's far and away the strongest thing to do in Modern or anything. There's a lot of strong decks that don't run it as well, and so I just wanted to run the deck I thought was best. It wasn't a matter of which week to fire off the One Ring bullet.
Get yourself into top 4. That's the first part tonight. So Kanister, okay, hands rubbing together for this one. Talk to me why you bought this deck and why tonight.
So Neoform is a deck I enjoy. I enjoyed it for a long time. I follow it for ages, since it began existing. And every now and then there is some breakthroughs in this deck, mostly in the department of the win condition. And just those small optimizations, they really catch my eye and they just really get me going. I enjoy it so much. So the version I'm running today, it finally feels like probably the ultimate way to actually win the game once you begin comboing. And that's just so enticing to me that I had to spend this evening playing that deck. Thanks to Witherbloom Apprentice, you just get to play only green cards in this deck, and this is actually so huge. And that's it. I just had to do it today.
I'm excited to see. I kind of want to see you do your thing. No offense, Arne. I kind of just want to see it do its thing. You know what I mean? It's really cool when you get to see these powerful decks kind of pop off. Next question, new coming from you, dude.
I'm always one who likes to munch my popcorn while eating, while watching, a little bit of controversy here and there. So I'm just going to put this out there. normally I would ask like, who would you look forward to play in the finals or things like that. But we're here this week live right now. Your opponents are in this conversation. So, I mean, let the trash talk out. Anything y'all want to say to each other here before your match begins? Arne, Kanister, Arya, Martin? Don't be polite.
I feel like we're getting the steel cage out, get the chairs in here. We're going full wrestling mode. Like, so, who's got the best smack talk here? Maybe you should ask, like, who do you think that they are favoured in their matchup? Who thinks that they're able to win their matchup quite clean and easily? There's not even going to be any contestants there.
It's
start with you, Arne. Go for it.
Whoever wins the die roll is a favorite. I'll say that.
All right. So the skill is like 10 weeks of Magic up to this point. Dice roll. That's going to decide it. I'm game for it. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the decks that we have today, I was going to say, like, if you trash talk now and then you lose the die roll, look at yourself. I mean, that would
we need to be able to clip it and then clip you losing. You see, it's all about the shorts these days. We go, oh yeah, I'm going to destroy it. Oh, and then it's just you getting clown rolled by Neoform in turn 1 or something.
I think I have a pretty good chance in my matchup, die roll aside. There's no just like the way the decks match up into each other. Hollow One, there's like no artifact removal for my amulet, so once it's down, it sticks. There's no blood moon effects in Martin 75, so I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. So I think I'll like my chances.
We got it. Clip it. All right, Martin, you have one job tonight. Let's go.
I've already told Martin tonight if he's able to get 4 Hollow Ones on the deck, from one like loot affecting has 4 Hollow Ones, I'm going to be getting him a drink because I just want that in my life. I've seen it done once and a long time ago on another stream. So hopefully we can repeat that tonight. It'll be pretty sick to see.
I'm so ready to discard all my lands to Burning Inquiry turn 1 and feel like a fool.
It could be backbreaking. It could be backbreaking. All right. So on that one, we're going to set up. We're going to get tonight kicking off. We're going to get the players down into the feature match. So you four, we'll see you all later on. And we're going to come back to the booth with me and Anu.